All right, we are back, and today's topic is what we need to start an Amazon business. Now, I get lots of questions. I get lots of people calling me, and they're asking me what they need, how much money to start, and so forth. And so I'm going to answer some of those questions tonight. Also, we're going to do Amazon like we always do every Monday. And so, for those of you that are brand new to the channel, I appreciate you guys coming on. And hopefully, this broadcast is pretty good for you guys. Um, I do go on the fly, so everything is live, and whatever happens, happens. Somebody could, simply walk in, and just in this broadcast, who knows? So, uh, my name is Henry from Tech Daddy Videos. Tonight, we're going to be talking about what we need to start an Amazon business. And feel free to comment. Make sure that you guys comment, and I'll be reading your comments and what have you. So make sure that if you have any questions for my Amazon's Q&A tonight, feel free to ask. I mean, now is the time to ask since I'm on, since you have my attention. And so you guys go ahead and ask your questions. So I want to talk about new people just coming in. They're coming in and they don't have a clue of how to sell on Amazon. And so they search on YouTube, try to find out all the information that they can find out and so forth, which is great. I mean, because really you need proper guidance and you need somebody who's going to be able to help you along the way. I do have my video courses at techdaddyvideos.com. You guys can take a look at them. I also have a free course there. You guys can take a look at that, and you can upgrade from there if you like. It's totally up to you. No pressure here. So I want to talk about how much money you need to start. Do you need an LLC? Do you need any type of corporation to start this business? Well, I started this business about 11 years ago and continue to grow in this business every single year. There's a lot of guys out there that are saying that Amazon is saturated and so forth, and I don't really care for talk like that because I make quite a bit of money selling on Amazon, and my members make quite a bit of money selling on Amazon also. So, every year it is growing. Every year they are expanding. They are the number one marketplace in the world to sell online. So you want to make sure that you get a piece of that pie. And there's a lot of people that turn into millionaires just selling on Amazon. So there's much more people that make quite a bit of money, six-figure income. Seven figures is not unheard of. There are people out there that are doing it. And so you could be one of them. You could be out there making quite a bit more money. And that's where I kind of have to encourage you to really take a serious look of your life right now, where you're at, and where you can be, where you can be a year down the road. Right now is a perfect opportunity. Amazon slow months are getting behind them, January and February. March is just be able to pick up. There should be more sales coming up in March, and from there, it continues to just climb, climb, climb. And so you want to jump on that bandwagon when you can. Just so you guys know, they usually have a clean out twice a year. So in other words, if somebody has long-term storage, there right now is a free storage removal that you guys can do, and they won't charge you for it. Any other time, they charge you about 50 cents per unit. So if you had 1,000 units in, it's going to cost you $500 just to get the product out. So you want to take advantage of that while you can. And right now is that time period where if you have long product that's been there for a long time, get it out, get it sent back to you, get it destroyed, what have you. They're not going to charge you for it. So take advantage of that. That happens twice a year. Now, they also lay off employees, the first of the year. So there's temp employees that come in, they work for Christmas, and then they're, out the door. So you want to make sure that you jump on that bandwagon while you can. Right now is a perfect opportunity for you guys to go into Amazon and start becoming sellers on Amazon. Start making that money selling on Amazon. Now, you can sell any products you want. They have millions and millions of products out there that sell. So do your homework. Go out there and figure out what products are going to make you money, what products are going to be out there in year-long products. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for best sellers. You're looking for products that are going to move their best sellers for a reason. I like to look at categories. I also like to look at subcategories because subcategories could be better than categories themselves. So when I'm looking for a particular product and doing the research on it, I take advantage of that. Also do your keyword research and make sure that you have plenty of research behind you before you go out there and spend thousands of dollars on a product. So I do have training at my own website, techdaddyvideos.com. And so you can take a look at my training. I do have training there. I also have one-on-one coaching that I do charge for. You want to make sure that you're educated. It's like going with any other job out there, any other business. You want to know everything you need to know about that business before you start investing your own money into that business. So make sure that you guys do your homework. That's one of the biggest things that people don't do. They don't do their homework. So they go out there and they figure that they're going to try to sell on Amazon for less than $1,000. And then they find out, well, it didn't work. It didn't work as well as they thought. Maybe they went out and bought the wrong product. Maybe they bought product that they thought was going to move and it didn't move at all. And it happens. Even some of the things that you think that are going to sell extremely well don't. So you want to make sure that you go out there and sell products and constantly sell the right products. And that's the thing, is constantly just selling the right products. So let me see here. I am looking at the chat and there's nobody in chat right now. So if you guys are on, feel free to, say something in chat so I'm able to see it. Oh, there I am. Okay, able to see that. What's up there, Adele? So put in your comments in chat or questions in chat. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions as I'm going along here. But, one of the biggest questions people ask me is how much money to start an Amazon business. Now, if somebody turned around and told you I could make millions and millions of dollars with $800 to start, would you do it? Would you think that's feasible to do? Would you think that's realistic? Now, it's not. And I'll tell you the reason why is because usually they're buying products that everybody else is buying that is really, really cheap. So they buy the products overseas for say 50 cents a unit or $1 a unit. Well, you're going to be competing against a lot of other vendors out there because they're out there buying the exact same thing you guys are because it's really, really cheap. Now, if you went out there and bought products that were $10 per unit, then that would be different. You would have less competition because not everybody is going to buy products that are $10 per unit because you're going to be spending obviously a lot more. You could be spending on the average of $5,000, $6,000 to start with those particular type of products. But you're going to have a lot less competition amongst other sellers because there's going to be fewer people buying the $10 units. There's going to be a lot more people buying units that are 50 cents to $1, and those are your competitors. So you want to make sure that you pick a product that is going to make you money. On the average, I can probably go out and buy products that are a dollar per unit and turn around and sell them for anywhere from $10 per unit on Amazon to $15 per unit. Now, if I bought products that were $10 per unit, I would be selling that particular product anywhere from $29 to $45 per unit. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you will get products and you find that golden nugget like I did. I found a product that was $2.50 per unit and sell it for $49 on Amazon. And so after everything was said and done, I'm making around $38 per unit just for that particular product. Now, if you sell 200 to 300 units per day, that is a substantial amount of income, and you can make that. It's possible. And so you don't work as hard, for one. You find that product, and that product is going to make you a killing. And you always have to stay on top of it. So one of the things that people don't do is they will buy the product and they'll go out there and kind of just let it set. And by the time they realize that that snowball that was on top of the hill, rolling down the hill, was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. When I say that, I mean more sales, more sales, more sales. So now instead of them selling 10 units per day, they're selling 30 units per day. And it happened to me. It happened to me where I was selling 10 units. I just started the product out, selling 10 units per day, and then it jumped up to like 55 units and then to 90 units per day in 2 weeks. In less than 2 weeks, I was selling 90 units per day just on that one product. And I got in trouble because I ran out. By the time that I called my supplier, I was 2 weeks late. In other words, I didn't sell on Amazon for 2 weeks because it was at zero. And so I had to start all over with that particular listing. So my ranking went up extremely high. In other words, my ranking was close to, I think it was at 15 in that particular subcategory, about 15. And so I was doing extremely well with that particular product. And then all of a sudden, as soon as it stopped and the sales stopped, I was at 300,000 on my BSR ranking. And so you have to watch that, because that is kind of like death to you when you're selling on Amazon, because they don't care. They want to make sure that you have the product, you're taking care of their customers, because that's what they are, they're their customers. You're just a contractor. You go out there and you sell on their platform. So you want to make sure that you go out there and do everything correctly, because if you don't, you have that opportunity to get your account suspended for indefinitely. And I've seen it over and over and over again, where people come in, they make a mistake, and then they don't know what to do, and by that time it's too late. Their product has been suspended, or their product or their account has been revoked, and there's not a whole lot that they can do about it other than plead their case and hopefully get their account back. So you want to make sure that you are on top of things when you are just starting out. Make sure that you have a business account. That's one of the things that's very important, is to get a business. Establish yourself as a business. If you establish yourself as a business, you'll have a better opportunity to make more money selling on Amazon. They have a program that is B2B, business to business, on Amazon, where you can sign up for that program. You can get discounts to businesses. And that's what I do. If I have a product, I will discount that for a business itself. So usually when you get somebody who buys your product and they're another business, it's going to say business seller or business buyer. And then you know that that particular person has a business. For example, I sold toothbrushes, okay? And so when I sold toothbrushes, I always had one person that would buy for everybody else. So basically he would buy the product, send it to his patients, And I always knew that because it tells you how many times he's ordered from me. So he ordered 287 times from me last year, where he bought these toothbrushes, and he sent, and I've sent them out to his customers. But he would do the order and basically put their information in there, just like they would do with drop shipping. Is probably the same concept. The only difference was I knew that he was a business, and he was a dentist. So he had his own account, and so I knew that he was sending it out to his patients, whether they were a thank you gift. I don't know. I didn't care, as long as he was buying it from me. Didn't really matter. So I will get to you guys' questions here in a minute, and say hello to a lot of you people that are out there. Appreciate that. For those of you that are brand new on my channel, feel free to go ahead and subscribe to my channel and just hit that notification bell on top, and just let you know when I do go live and what have you, and you're able to see me when I do go live. I am live every Monday nights at 6 p.m. I do Amazon Q&A, and I'm probably about the only guy out there that does Amazon Q&A. We'll ask the questions, and I will go ahead and try to answer them the best I can with my experience and knowledge. Okay. Sorry in the background, you got some sirens going on. It's LA for you. But yeah, so what else? Oh, okay. So in order to start this business, you want to probably roughly have anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 to start. Thank you, OLA. Appreciate that. So you want to have that to start. You want to make sure that you have enough money to sustain your business. You have to treat this. If you treat this like a business, then it will treat you like a business. And so I go out there and I make sure that I have plenty of cash available to where I'm buying more products all the time. And it happens. I mean, you're going to go out there and you're going to sell these products, and all of a sudden you are in a bind and sit there and go, I have to buy more products. Well, it may cost you $2,000, $3,000 to buy your products. Now, I teach my students and I teach all of my members, not to go out there and buy a whole lot of stuff at first, because you want to always test the market. So, there's another sale. Sorry, guys, I get interrupted because when you hear that noise, that means it just made a sale. So, when you I lost my train of thought, to be honest. Okay, so you want to make sure you have plenty of cash. You want to make sure that you are able to go out there and rebuy your products. Now, I go out there and I will make sure that I have enough to start, and you want to kind of do anywhere from a month to 2 months. If you figure if you have a month to 2 months of inventory, that should be okay. Now, I will start out with 100 to 200 units, just to start out with, if I can. There's a lot of suppliers out there, a lot of manufacturers out there on Alibaba that say that, well, their MOQ is 1,000. And for those of you who don't know what the MOQ means, that is minimum order quantity. Okay, so you want to make sure they'll ask for 1,000 units and say, no, we can't sell to you unless 1,000. First thing you got to do is get on with them and negotiate, and make sure you negotiate and you tell them, this is my first order and I want to be able to buy 100 units or 200 units. Can we do business? That's all you need to say. They're either going to tell you no, or they're going to tell you yes. If they tell you no, go somewhere else. There's hundreds and hundreds and thousands of other suppliers out there that are willing to take your money. So don't go out there and say, oh, okay, this guy told me no, that's it. And no, you jump on somebody else, and basically if they're manufacturing, they're doing the same exact product, you go out there and you talk to them. I also teach my members that you don't get just one supplier or manufacturer, you get three. So if this person can't go out there and fulfill what you need, or then you can always jump over here. And I've had that done to me before, where something happened. It was a flood or something overseas, and their production, they couldn't do anything. So I ended up calling another manufacturer that did the exact same product, and he was more than willing to help me. And actually, he got it out to me fairly quickly and pretty fast. And so I was happy about that. So, do you need a LLC to start this business? No, you don't. You don't need an LLC. You don't need a corporation. And I always tell my members that when you are starting an Amazon business, first thing you must do is make sure you pick a product that sells. If the product is selling, and say for instance you are making quite a bit of money off of it, then you should be brand registering that product. And when you brand register that product, and brand registry means that you are going to register your product with Amazon, and that protects you from somebody else stealing your product. So if somebody piggybacks off um, your your listing and you see that, then you can say, hey, wait a minute, this is my product, it's branded. You call Amazon right away, you let them know, you give them their ASIN number, and you say, this is my product, it's registered under brand registry, and they should not be selling my product. And they will remove it right away, especially if it's in brand registry. Especially if it's registered and it's under brand registry, then you can go out there and just file a complaint, and then they will take that off and remove that, and you'll be the only seller. So it just kind of protects you when it comes to other people stealing your content, your product, and what have you. So you want to make sure that you do that. Corporation. I didn't start my corporation until 3 years after I was selling on Amazon. And keep in mind, I was selling on eBay. I was selling on eBay before that. Sorry, guys, for the interruption. I don't know what's going on with the internet today. But yeah, so corporations, I kind of just tell people, you kind of, it's up to you. I mean, you don't need a corporation to start this business. All you need is a seller's permit. Seller's permit, and you're able to use that for your taxes. So when you want to charge taxes for people in your state when you do sell. So for example, I'm here in California. So if somebody buys from me here in California, they are charged a sales tax. And that's where your seller's permit would come in for that particular state. Well, Amazon has what they call a Nexus program. And the Nexus program is basically when you send your products into Amazon's FBA program, they're going to put it in another state so they can avoid paying taxes. Now, it's a program that they use. And so, for example, if I am in California, Los Angeles, most of the time when I send products into Amazon's FBA, it's either sent on the East Coast or in the Midwest, and then I send it to that location. Once it gets there, they spread it out amongst other locations. Now, I only charge people in my state, in my county, and in my district. So they only get charged the sales tax. Now things have changed, and so now other states are starting to charge taxes. I do see that, and I haven't got the report, the end of the year report, or for the first quarter anyway, to see and really break it down. But I'm kind of covered because I am charging the sales tax for that, so I can turn that into my tax guy at the end of the year, or quarterly, and go out there and let him deal with that. So I don't like to deal with taxes, but I let my tax accountant handle all that. That's his job. That's what I pay him for. And so I go out there and I make sure that I am doing what I should be doing, especially on Amazon, and selling and making sure that my account is in good standings. Now, let's talk about your account being in good standings. And so, we talked about how much money to start. We talked about business, your corporation, and so you really don't need a corporation to start. I didn't start until 3 years after, like I said, and when I did start that, I ended up buying three corporations. I have an LLC and I have two C corps, and they're in different states. But I only use one, and that's all I'm required to use. And so um, I put it in perspective of this way: is don't buy a corporation, don't buy an LLC um, until you start selling on Amazon. Unless you're going to use it for another business and you want to use it for liability purposes or what have you, that's totally up to you. But when you are selling on Amazon's platform, Amazon has their own lawyers, they have their own attorneys. So people don't know who you are when you're actually selling on Amazon. They just know you're a business and they're going to Amazon's website and they're out there buying Amazon products. They don't know who's sending it to them. I could be a merchant fulfilled and sending them directly from my location to the customer, but they never know who is selling that particular product. You don't know if it's a corporation, you don't know if it's a business, you don't know if it's a private individual, you don't know any of that. When you go on to Amazon and you purchase, what you're looking for, and what most people are looking for, is they're looking for how well that seller is selling. What's his reputation? Does he have a good reputation? Does he have good feedbacks? Does he have good reviews? Most people are looking at reviews and reading the reviews. That's what's having them make that decision whether they're going to go out there and buy your product or not. Is that product a sponsored product? Is it showing up on the first page? Is it showing up on the third page? Are they able to find your product? Those are the things that I teach and I show you. I want to make sure you get on that first page, whether it's through sponsored ads, whether it's through automatic campaigns, whether it's through manual campaigns. There's a lot of that comes into play. And so training is valuable when it comes to selling on Amazon. And that's why I say treat this like a business. If you treat it like a business, it's going to pay you back like a business. And so for those of you that are brand new, just let me know in chat. Let me know that you're brand new. Let me know if you're selling on Amazon, if you're thinking about selling on Amazon, if you see me for the very first time, who knows? Just let me know. And that way I will respond to that. I am probably going on close to almost half an hour now. So I've been talking for about a half an hour. So I'm going to get to you guys' Q&A, and we're going to get to that real quick. And I'm going to praise the guy who sent me $5. And so he's going to get a shout out many, many times. I appreciate that. So we talked about that. We talked about, starting up, income starting up. So you want to do it, you want to do anywhere from $1,500 to $4,000, ideally. Depends what product you're picking. Now, if you're picking a product that is $10 per unit, you're going to be closer to the $3,000 to $4,000 range. Now, take and invest in training, invest in a course, invest in somebody who's going to help you throughout this whole process. Go out there and really pay attention to what people are trying to sell you. If they're trying to sell you a course, make sure that everything is in that course to make you succeed selling on Amazon. I kind of sit there and I will tell people, look, it's like going out there and starting a new business, and you want to get into this business because you see that you're making quite a bit of, people are making lots of money, right? They're out there making quite a bit of money, but then you know nothing about the business. Well, you're not going to get near that guy who is selling 500 units a day. You're not. Unless you know what you're doing, unless you know how to compete with that particular person. Now, if I turn around and told you my course teaches you how to find the keywords for that person who's doing 500 units per day, and you take those keywords and you put that in your listing, and guess what? Your listing is now showing up right next to this guy because you did something that a lot of people don't know about. A lot of people don't know how to get onto that first page. A lot of people don't know how to compete with the guy who has 500 reviews and you have zero. So you want to make sure that you go out there and you want to make sure that you go out there and you're able to compete with the people that are making money. Because once you do that, then you're going to see that an extra $1,000 in 2 weeks, an extra $3,000 in 2 weeks may change your life. I did mine a long time ago, where I was doing quite a bit of money, 3 years after I got into this business. And when you're making $7,500 every 2 weeks, or you're making $10,000 every 2 weeks, and that's in your bank account, it's an eye opener, and it will scare the hell out of you because so, sorry about that, guys. And I'm getting people calling me, so I just got a phone call right now. But no, I mean, it will scare the hell out of you because you don't know what to do. And what I can tell you, when I went to my tax accountant and my tax accountant said that I did a 6-figure income, and I was like, what do I do now? I was scared. I was sitting there because I wasn't making a 6-figure income for a long time. And then when the first year that I did it, which was about 9 years ago, I was like, okay, now what do I do? And he says, you just go and keep doing what you're doing. And so I got a taste of the good life, and I enjoyed that. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you, once you do have money in your account where you don't have to depend, you, you don't have to depend on paychecks, then yeah, that is an eye opener, and that's something that really opened up my eyes. I do a lot of traveling now. So, sorry, I have somebody that keeps calling, and I guess they probably want to get into the course. Who knows? But they don't know I'm doing a live video. So, when I make the money that I make, it encourages me to talk to people that are wanting to make that type of money. I've had members that literally have been crying on the phone because they made an additional $500 in 2 weeks that they didn't have before, but it meant a lot to them. It meant a lot that they made $500, and I was like, okay, well, if you can make $500 in 2 weeks, why can't you go out there and make 1,000 or 2,000? And before you know it, they're sitting there and they're making quite a bit of money, 3 weeks down the road, and they're sending me emails saying, hey, I'm taking my vacation for the first time and what have you. And that's encouraging to me because it's my teaching that I go out there and I show you guys and I teach you how to do this. I had somebody today, as a matter of fact, and he's probably, he had said, well, I want to learn more about the search term report. And I said, okay, all right. So he didn't quite understand it. And I looked into my training, and yeah, I do have limited because Amazon is always changing the policies. So I take videos out, I put brand new videos in. But I did promise him that I was going to go ahead and do a brand new video on search term reports and how to search, how to find it, how to look for it, what keywords are there. And so that's my thing. That's what I do. So once they come in, I will be able to the questions come in, I'm able to sit there and adjust my course accordingly to where if I feel that if the information is not there, I'll go ahead and make a video. And once I do make that video, I just put it on there and I add that on there. That's the beauty about it. Another person called me today and asked me about um, my monthly products. And it's a very good question. He went out there and asked about it and stuff. And I said, look, I go out there and I put products every single month. And once I do that, my members get a hold of that and they're able to sell that exactly same product. So if I have a product of a month that I'm putting out there, then I'm going to go ahead and put that out there for them. They're able to go out there and sell it. If I'm putting it out there, I am selling that particular product. And I'm going out there and I'm making money off that product. I'm testing that product myself. Make sure that it's good, the numbers are there, and everything meets that criteria before I go out there and put it out there. So that's why I'm really, really careful about products of the month that I go and I put out there, just because I want people to succeed and make quite a bit of money. Now, one of the questions he asked was, well, what about all your other members? Are your other members selling the exact same thing? I said, well, not everybody. Not everybody goes out there and takes my suggestion. And so, when they go out there and they look at a product that I put out there, I say, look, you have all of 2018. All those products are still great. You have 2019 that I just started out with. Those products are great. I have my March product of the month that I have not even launched yet because it's not March 1st. But I'm so excited about it because I'm making lots of money off of it. And that's something I want to give out there and say, hey, okay, look, I want to put this out there for you guys. And so they buy my Amazon A to Z course. And then they have, I don't know who keeps calling me, but it's like I want to answer because they're calling, but obviously they're trying to get a hold of me or they're just goofing around. Who knows? So I do leave my phone number on top, 626-225-3002. And you can contact me anytime except for when I'm doing a live video. And believe me, I'm not going to answer the phone if I'm doing a live video because I'm doing a live video. So hopefully you guys can't hear my phone ringing every single time because I'm not going to answer. So let's go ahead and get to the Amazon Q&A. I've gone 40 minutes already, and I usually go a lot longer than I normally do. So let's go ahead and get into find out who's on, and we're going to start from the beginning and kind of go from there. Okay, so if you guys have a question, feel free to ask. Just type it in chat. We will go from there. So, all right, so let's go ahead. Forbidden Identity, what's happening? Hola, Henry. Muchos gracias. Thank you very much. Chris Dibia was just talking about Chris today, and he was one of the guys that had asked questions about search term reports, and I'm going to put that in there for you. Les, what's up there, Les? Les, hey, just smash the like button. All right. So this guy just keeps calling, and I think it's just somebody who just knows that I'm on right now and just testing my patience. So it's okay. See, Lula Sana, thanks a lot for the info. I appreciate that. And Forbidden Identity says, what about sales tax? Well, what about sales tax? I think I discussed that. Is when you have a seller's permit. When you get a seller's permit, you get a special number, and that number you're going to put in your back office so you can charge sales tax. So all you need is a seller's permit from your particular state, and that's it, and then you can go from there. All right. So let's Amazon asks in Amazon Seller Central under Amazon Selling Coaches Growth, what type of product would you like to sell? Is there a good place to start and then use Jungle Scout and research? Great question. What you want to do is you want to try to mark off as many as you possibly can within being reasonable. So if you think clothing at one point And basically what they're trying to do is figure out what category that you're going to sell in. So some categories are approved, some are not. And so when you go out there and you um, this guy's just playing with me here. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to do something I should have done a long time ago. Okay, perfect. All right. So let me see here. Yes, so that's what you're going to do is you're going to check off as many as you possibly can. When you do check that off, make sure that you can go out there and check off as many as you can. When you check off as many as you can, it's just going to help you. It's going to help you in the long run, okay? All right. Yeah, so hi, Henry. I am a merchant fulfilled, and 8 months I sold a lot of items on Amazon. How do I get my tax sheet to file taxes? They're automatically going to send that to you. They're going to send that to you, and that to you. If you haven't, call Amazon, and Amazon should be able to help you out as far as sending you your tax statement. Okay. I'm sorry, and that was for Adele. So mission 31, what's happening? There's a lot of you guys that are brand new. I appreciate you guys coming on. So thanks a lot, and let me find out here. Mission 31 says hello. It says, hey, hope all is well. Okay. My question is where to get good place to get UPC codes. I talked about this. You go to eBay and you buy them off of eBay. Okay. Certified UPC codes. There are other codes out there, GS1, I believe, that people are trying to sell. The old codes that I have still work with eBay. It's about, I don't know, 200 UPC codes. And honestly, you don't need 200 UPC codes. You can use you can go out there and use the old UPC codes. They should work fine. I still use mine and they still work great. So eBay, and just type in certified UPC codes for Amazon in the eBay search bar, and somebody will come up. Now, you don't have to buy 1,000 of them. You can buy simply, I don't know, buy 20 of them or 50. And I mean, you really don't need that much unless you're going to have 50 different products that you're going to go out there and put out there that's not on Amazon already. So Maria, hello everyone. Maria Teresa Ortiz, Radomir, Crypto Truck, what's up there? Gives me a thumbs up. What's happening? OLA, hello Henry, hello everyone. I want to thank OLA. OLA gave me $5, and so that's gonna go into my little piggy bank, and so that's pretty cool. I appreciate that, OLA, and give you a thumbs up. Appreciate that. And OLA says cha-ching. Yes. So thank you, OLA. I want to recognize the people who send me money. I appreciate that. And you don't have to, but you know, you're going to get a thumbs up from me every single time that you do. Appreciate that. Matt says, what repricing tool do you recommend? I don't know what you mean by repricing tool. I'm trying to figure that out. So elaborate on that. I don't know what you're getting at as far as repricing tool. So yeah, just I don't know what you're trying to get out on that one. So Odell gives me a thumbs up. Appreciate that. OLA, appreciate you, Henry. Thank you very much. Dana Smith, sorry, really considering to invest, Henry. Well, are you really considering to invest in my program or my training, or are you thinking about selling on Amazon? Be a little bit more elaborate on that so I know what you're talking about. Les El Latino, that money would definitely change my life. It would change anybody's life. I mean, like I said, I have had people that have went out and would um, get checks for $500, $700 extra every 2 weeks, and before you know it, it doesn't sound like a lot, but somebody's living on a tight string budget. Yeah, it makes a huge difference. You could pay that little extra bill, and before you know it, your account is starting to grow. And so my account basically went from zero when I started out 11 years ago to well over six figures now. So for me, it's every year is better, better, and better. And I will continue to sell on Amazon until Amazon is no more. And those are people who get on YouTube and they turn around and say, well, it's saturated, and they're trying to sell you Bitcoins and they're trying to sell you cryptocurrency and all this other crap that's out there. It's just the next phase that people are doing. I mean, I don't mean no disrespect for the people that are selling those. I mean, that's your thing. You sell what you're going to sell, but I'm telling you right now, I've been in a lot of multi-level marketing companies, been in a lot of businesses, and honestly, Amazon has treated me fairly well, and this is why I'm teaching, selling on Amazon, because I want to be able to show you guys and teach you guys how I was able to make quite a bit of money selling on Amazon. I'm not here to sell you a house. I'm not here to sell you a dream, what have you. I'm giving you reality. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so, I would tell you the negatives along with the positive, not just because I'm selling a course, but I'm trying to get you guys to make sure that you start selling on Amazon and start selling on Amazon correctly. And once you do that, you will realize, oh, I just found that golden nugget. And then all of a sudden, that extra $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month is not that bad, so. All right. Jazz Phelps, what's happening there, Jazz? Forbidden Identity says, will overseas sellers need a seller's permit to charge sales tax? No. Overseas sellers, when they charge, it's just like me. If I go out and I'm going to charge, if I go to the UK and I'm selling in the UK, well, the Queen of England actually wants their money. A VAT tax is what they call it, VAT. And so I go out there and I'll pay that VAT tax for the products for overseas, and it's totally different, than here in the U.S. Well, if you're selling here in the U.S. and you're charging taxes, then you have to either live here in the U.S. or you have to claim a state somewhere. So most of them, they're probably paying another VAT tax or something else, or wherever they're at. They're paying some type of taxes. Okay. All right. Oh, it's Emily. Emily says, please answer the phone. Emily says, I've been calling you forever. Emily, I am on a live show. You're the one that's been calling. Emily says, I have a question. Emily, feel free to ask the question right here live. I'm here live. This is it. And if you want to talk to me afterwards, feel free to call after I'm done with the live show, and then I will be more than happy to answer your question. But I will not be interrupting a live show for a phone call. Okay, just so you know. All right. OLA says, yeah, answer the phone. No. Is 5946. Do you teach Shopify also? No. Hell no, I don't teach Shopify. The reason why I don't teach Shopify is because you're going to spend lots and lots of money on Shopify. Shopify, listen, I spend more money. I spent $38,000 just on promotions on Amazon itself, products on Amazon through their pay-per-click program. And so um, when you go and you spend money on Amazon, Amazon says, this guy spent $38,000 on our advertising. We're going to give him the love. Shopify, Amazon says, this guy spent $38,000 on Shopify. Who cares? We didn't get the money. Shopify got the money. So he could stay in the back of the line like everybody else. Now, when I spend that type of money on Amazon, I get put on the front of the line. It's like having a fast pass at Disneyland. And so I don't promote on Shopify for my Amazon business because you have to create your own website for one, and you have to drive traffic to your website. Now, why would I do that when Amazon has millions of customers already on their website with their wallets wide open, ready to buy? If I promote $100 a day, okay, on Amazon, I'm going to get the sales. I'm going to get the sales that come in because I'm promoting on their platform. I don't go outside of their platform. I don't go outside. I don't go out there on Facebook and promote on Facebook because Amazon, as far as they're concerned, they're a third-party source. Shopify is a third-party source. So you think of it this way. People go to Amazon to buy. People go to Facebook to socialize. That's it. You know, they're going to socialize, they're going to talk, and then they go, oh, well, an ad just came up of what I was searching for on Amazon. Wow, that's kind of funny. Well, the cookies that are embedded in your computer or your phone, Amazon already knows. If you search for something on Amazon, you can go onto Facebook and Amazon's going to put it right there in front of you. So you really don't need to promote it other than Amazon itself, and that will help you out. Dana says training. Oh, appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, Dana, come on in. There's a lot of people coming into my training. I'm just telling you that right now. People are getting paid through their taxes and all that. So this is my busy month. I actually start getting a lot of people coming in for training, and they start buying the courses. And then as soon as they get paid, they have a little extra money, they pay, and they pay for the course itself, which is great because I'm able to help you and able to tell you right now is the perfect time for you guys to come on in. It is. Not because it's the first quarter, but it's a slow period for Amazon and for you guys to learn how to do market research, how to go out there and research for product, how to find products, how to go out there and promote your product, how to keep that product on the #1 page on Amazon, how to go out there and do advertisements, how to keep hijackers off your listing. I can go on and on and on. There's just so much in training that I have that I show you because I want you to know everything. Everything. What happens if your account gets suspended? What happens if your account somebody leaves a bad review? As a matter of fact, I want to talk about that in a quick second. I had one of my members call me today and move it for you. So guess what? Gets removed, back to no bad feedback. So that's great. And great that he called me, was able to help me out with that, and we were able to do that. So, all right. Maria says, take Henry's training. It sure did help me during my Christmas sales. I appreciate that. Dana, I want the blueprint. I don't give blueprints. I give you facts. I give you everything that you're going to need to know. I am not one of these internet gurus that are going to sit there and sell you the inner circle. They're not going to sit there and sell you this. This is what you get. So I'm probably one of the cheaper guys on the internet right now as far as selling my particular products, because I want to make it affordable for everyone. So I'm not going to sit there and charge you thousands and thousands of dollars. I have people who have paid $7,000 for training and come to me and said, I should be charging a lot more. And I understand that. but I am comfortable, and so I don't need to charge thousands and thousands of dollars, and I'm accessible. That's the beauty. Is when I get off this here in a few seconds, a few minutes, feel free to give me a call back, and I will answer any questions that you want me to answer. Okay, if you're indecisive, you're not quite sure, and you want to ask, feel free to give me a call. That's why I leave my phone number up on top for people to call me so I can answer them. Sometimes I can't get to the phone all the time because I'm busy constantly, but I will call you back if you do leave me your name and your number. I will be more than happy to call you back when I have a free opportunity. All right. All right. I think Emily. All right. Alex says, can you tell us about some of your bad experience selling on Amazon? Yeah, Alex, I mean, some of the bad experiences I've had is what I teach on my course. I teach that because I want to make sure that people know the good and the bad experiences. Yeah, I mean, I did drop shipping a long time ago. That's the only thing I can think of. I did drop shipping a long time ago, about 9 years ago, and I sold a product for over $1,000. Okay. And when I tried to order that product online, it was no longer available. So I had to give that $1,000 back. And so that right there was a bad experience for me because I made a sale for $1,200 and I had to give that money back because I could not fulfill that shipment. And that's the chance that you take with drop shipping. And I don't teach drop shipping. I teach you how to private label a product. I teach you how to wholesale product. I teach you how to go out there and do everything else except for drop shipping, because I just feel you can make a lot more money by doing those steps, wholesaling and private labeling, as opposed to going out there and drop shipping. So, Jake Masters, why give your number out if you're annoyed that people call? I'm not annoyed that people are calling. I'm just telling you I can't answer the phone when I'm doing a live video. I mean, there's nothing annoying about it. I love people's phone calls. I get phone calls all day long. This is my job. This is what I do. My job is getting up at 11 o'clock in the morning and wondering what I'm going to do all day. That's my job. And so sometimes I'm forward. I'm pretty blunt, and people, can respect that. People may not like it, but I give my phone number out for a reason. For you to make sure that you can call me and I'm a real person. And when I pick up the phone, they go, "Oh," and there a lot of them don't know what to say because they're talking to the guy on YouTube. So for me, this is why I give my phone number out. And I get a lot of people calling, and I appreciate that, and I get a lot of sales because of it. And people should make themselves available to where they're able to sit there and talk to a live person, because that could be a sale and that could not be a sale. Who knows? And that's just marketing 101 for me. I've always been customer service friendly. And one of the things that I've always felt is if you're able to talk to somebody who's doing it already and making the money already, then you're one step ahead of the game. And that's why I do Monday nights at 6 o'clock, Amazon Q&A. Sometimes I stay on till 7 o'clock. Sometimes I stay on till 7:30. Who knows? Just depends on my crowd and who's all in. So I appreciate that. I don't take offense to it. This is why I do it. This is why I put my phone number out there, because I've been doing this for so long that, look, somebody just may need a question that just has to be answered. And if I could sit there and answer that question, then that could be a decision whether it's going to change their life or not, whether they're going to take that step. It's like this, and I've talked about this a lot in my past videos. An entrepreneur is going to be always an entrepreneur. He's always looking for a way to make money, and that's what I've always done throughout my whole life. Is I've always looked for ways to make money. Now, if somebody turned around and said, I want you to jump off a perfectly good airplane, I would say, yes, I probably would. But it's like, when you go out and you take this course on jumping out of an airplane and they prep you and you're on the ground and you're watching a video and they're saying, oh, okay, this is what you do and this is all you do. Remember that, make sure that you guys understand that. And you go, yeah, I understand, right? But as soon as you get up on that airplane and you're, I don't know, 10,000 feet up in the air, and they turn around and say, it's your turn. And then you sit there and in your mind, you're going, shit, I forgot everything that this guy told me. What do I do? That's what happens when people start selling on Amazon. It's a big monster. So they sit there and they go, do I get a professional account? Do I get an individual account? Do I do this? Do I do this? Do I buy this first or do I look at this first? What do I do? And they forget about everything. That's why training is very important. And that's why I leave my phone number on there, just so people, if they have a question, they can always call me and I can sit there and answer their questions. All right. Long explanation, but oh well. Yeah, what Jake Masters said is so dumb. Emily. I'm filing a bad review on Better Business Bureau. Yeah, well, good luck with that one. Do you know that the Better Business Bureau is a private company? And people have filed bad reviews, and when they have filed bad reviews, you can literally go out there, pay them $200-$300 to be a good standing person on the Better Business Bureau. So I take that with a grain of salt. Yeah, that doesn't work. Hey, is 5946 $5? Appreciate that. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $5. Hey, great. Thank you. Dana Smith says, I can respect that, Henry. Yeah, I mean, thanks. No problem. The thing is, I'm here every Monday. You guys can count on me being here every Monday. I make it a point to sit here and do Amazon Q&A every single Monday. And sometimes if I miss something, I'm either dying or dead or sick, one or the other. And so, something's wrong if I'm not on. And so I kind of dedicated myself and said, look, I'm going to be able to answer these questions. I'm going to be able to put my phone number on every single one of my videos. And so people can look at my YouTube videos. They can look back as far as, 2016 and go, wow, this guy leaves his phone number. He's got a lot of, cojones. And so, you can call it what you want, but the fact of the matter is people call me all the time and I do pick up the phone. Jake Masters, mod me and I'm banned, Dana, and all these other trolls, Henry. I'm not worried about you guys. Let's see here. Chris, Henry, I got the message that a refund has been initiated. Do I need to do anything? I tried to click on the refund, but it's not working. No, if the refund, you get a message saying the refund has been initiated, Amazon already took care of it. So you don't have to go out there and do anything, Chris. You just leave it alone. It's already been issued. So just so you guys know, Amazon has a 100% money back guarantee. So if somebody doesn't like a product, they can turn around and then they can go out there and return it and they're going to give them their money back. So it's some listings out there will say 100% money back guarantee, and that's kind of like their promotional thing to where they turn around and they can put that on their listing and people don't know. They say, oh, wow, this guy gives 100% money back guarantee. Well, you don't need to do that if you don't want to because Amazon already does it for you. So, all right. Alex says, how many months should I give this business for it to start breaking even? It depends what you sell, Alex. If you go out there and sell a product that is making you quite a bit of money, then yes, it's going to take a lot shorter time. If you buy products that are saturated, if you buy products that people don't want to buy, then it's going to take you a lot longer. So you need to know what you're buying, when you're buying it, and what your competition is. and keywords. If it's keyword enriched, what your competitors are doing. If 10 of your competitors are doing great, if there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of things that come into play. So take a look at that before you go and buy anything. Alex says, by the way, thanks for taking my call late Sunday afternoon. Yeah, no problem, Alex. Yeah, see, so there you go. It does work. My phone does work. Jake Master, Alex is clearly a troll. You'll never take calls. Okay. Well, Chris says, thank you. Anthony Jacob. Hey, Henry, this is your cousin Jacob. You used my condo the other week and you let... Okay. All right, we're going to stop at that right there. All right, so Anthony Jacob. Nice one. But guess what I'm going to do, Anthony? I am going to put Anthony on timeout. There you go. You've been put on timeout. All right. Steve Blog says, do you ever visit Toronto? No, actually, I want to take a trip. I want to take a trip up that way, Canada, and I am going out of the country in about 3 months. I'll be out of the country, and so I'm spending quite a bit of money up there, and but I would like to visit and like to go up that way. It's beautiful. So, all right, Chris Davia says, last question, Henry. When your campaign runs out of budget, all your time, is it advisable to hire with your budget instead of running out of budget? Yes. If your budget is out of budget, if your campaign is out of budget, then that means that you've used all your money for that day. So you have a few things. Find out what keywords are being used, and then go out there and raise your campaign. I would raise it $5, $10 and see how well that does, okay? But make sure that you're keeping an eye on it so it's not taking all of your resources and all of your funds. And that's where you have to go into the campaign report and the search term report, and take a look at the search term report and find out which keywords are being used for that, because they could be reverse keywords that are taking all your money. All right. So Steve Blog says, is it too late to invest in Amazon's FBA? No, absolutely not. It is perfect time to go out there and invest in Amazon's FBA program. Perfect time. So let me see here. Printable School. All right. This guy is just going out there and doing his thing. If you stop by Toronto, I'd love to chat and have some coffee with you. Oh, awesome. That would be great. No problem. So, all right, guys. Well, obviously there are some trolls on today, and they are just, and I'll delete all the comments. Don't worry about it, guys. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys that are out there asking these questions. Also, do you think it's too late to invest in Amazon? I want to start, but I'm intimidated by all this established companies killing the game. Blogs, listen, here's the thing. You can talk yourself out of anything, and a lot of people do. A lot of people will sit there and talk, will go out there and talk themselves out of a lot of things. And so, look, if you're going to go out there and make that step, make the step. It's like me talking about jumping out of an airplane. You're all hyped up, you're ready to go, and then all of a sudden, when that door opens, you're like, you talk yourself out of it. So, no, it's not too late. It's a perfect time. You can go out there and do what you need to do. And get started. That's the whole idea. It's just get started. If you need the training, take a look at my training at techdaddyvideos.com. Okay. You're right. Where should I start? You can start at techdaddyvideos.com. go under packages. You can sign up for the free course. And if you want to upgrade from there, you could upgrade from there. A lot of people do that. They will upgrade once they go on there and will make that decision, and what have you. So Jake, now this guy is never ends. Jake, I think you can press on his name, and then you can, I think, delete him if you want to, or but don't worry, I will delete all his messages anyway when I'm done with this. So let him enjoy what he's gonna do. So, all right, guys, I appreciate that. Thank you guys for coming on. It is around 7:18 already, and we're gonna be on next Monday, and we will go from there. Okay. So yeah, but I appreciate everybody coming on. Thank you very much, and feel free to take a look at TechDaddyVideo.com. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Give me a thumbs up, and let me know if this was enjoyable for you guys. And I appreciate the money that came in today. You guys didn't have to do it, but thank you anyway. I really, really appreciate that. All right. If you guys have any questions, feel free to 626-225-3002, and I will be taking your guys' call. All right, guys. See you guys.